Hey everyone, I'm about to change the low beam headlight on my Subaru Outback. This is a 2010, so it's a Gen 4. So this video should apply to the Gen 4 series, which is 4 model years, 2010 through 2013 or 14, I believe. But the proper way, if there is a proper way to do this, would be to remove this wheel and then remove the wheel well and access the back of the headlight that way unobstructed. But I'm hoping to do it just by having the right wheel cocked to the left, like you see. I had to take these two plastic fasteners off. One was located right there and one's located right underneath here. Need a screwdriver to lift up on the top portion there, pull it up, and then you can get under right here, possibly with a tool like that, and pop those little plugs right out. And then you can see the wheel well is it's pretty flexible plastic, just moves right out of the way. And let me get the flashlight on here. You can see the opening that I've created. Let me turn the flashlight on. And now you can see I'm holding this open with my arm because it wants to flex back inward. And now we'll get in here and hopefully you can see right where the headlight is. Okay, it's right under that white disc. And that's the low beam. And you can see on the top of that where it says open close or open lock. And it shows locking to the right. So I need to twist that to the left slightly, and then it will pop off, giving me access to the bulb. And so just remember when you go to put that back on, obviously that open lock will be slightly to the left, and when you tighten it to the right, it should be vertical like that. So let's see if I can get in there while holding the camera. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn that to the left. Okay, it just went an eighth of a turn. Now it should come off. Just wiggle it a little bit. Okay, out it comes. Set that down. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Alright, so there's the headlight. There is a little spring clip that holds the bulb in, but first you need to pull the electrical connector off the back. So just wiggle it a little bit. Or a lot. There we go. You can see the connectors off to the right side. And now that spring clip, see, I'm just going to get it with my finger here, push in and down, and it folds out of the way. And then the bulb can be just pulled right out. Just like that. Okay, so this bulb was in there in this orientation. If you're looking directly at it from the back, that green mark on the top was at the top, and this tab here was at like the 8 o'clock position. So I want to make sure when I put the new bulb in, it goes in that orientation. You want to be careful to not touch the glass on the new bulb with your fingers, because the oil from your skin, if it gets on that glass, When the light is on, the glass can get hot enough, interact with the oil, and cause it to shatter or fail in some manner. So as you can see, when I put this in, it is going to be like that. Okay, so set this back down for a second. We'll get this shield or this wheel well bent out of the way again. Okay, make sure everything else is out of the way. That metal clip primarily. Okay, now I'm going to set the camera down real quick while I get the bulb. Okay, as you can see, I'm holding the bulb by the prongs and not by the glass. Very carefully get it back up through there, and carefully find your way, because you're going to have to do this sort of blindly. As you can see from the camera view, I cannot see exactly where that bulb is going, but it shouldn't be too difficult to, gosh, I hate to say this, find the hole. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna let it rest in there. Take a look at it. Okay, it is a proper orientation. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, that is properly seated. Now I'll get that metal clip back over. That's what actually holds the bulb in. Okay, just like that. And now we'll get the connector back on. I'll pull it out so you can see it better. Yeah, you can sort of see the black clip there. There we go, lighting's a little bit better. Okay, get that back on. To eyeball or do this by feel, not by eyeball, I can't see again. Do it by feel, get it on there, rock it back and forth as you're pushing. And there, now you can see it's on. Now I am confident that this bulb, when I examined it in the package, is good. So I'm not going to test it, I'm just going to go ahead and finish up putting this white cap on. Let me set the camera down again here real quick while I retrieve the cap. Okay, so as you can see, this needs to end up straight up and down like that when it's tightened. So actually when I first seat it into the grooves, it's going to be like this. So here we go. Oh, sort of a tight fit up there. There we go. Okay, now just again, this stuff it's pretty precise, so you shouldn't have to force anything here. And it's got a rubber gasket on it of some kind. Okay, there we go. It's all seated. Now all I have to do is rotate it to the right or clockwise, and let's see if we can do that one-handed. Almost. There, it stopped. Okay, as you can see, the open and lock portion is straight up and down, so that's exactly what we want. So that completes the installation of the bulb. I'll show you to just put this back together here. As you can see, it's tweaked a little bit, but we'll get it back together just fine. Just like that. And we'll get these two, they need to be in this open position when you put them in the holes. There's one of the holes right there. So you're just going to wiggle it in. Hopefully. Almost. It takes a little bit of force. Okay. So as you can see, it's seated. Now all I have to do is push up here, lock it in. Oh, that took a little bit of force. Okay, so that one's in, so it's supposed to look like. And now we'll do the bottom one. You can see have to adjust it so there we go. Push those parts together like that. And then take this and just put some force and lock it back in. There we go, just like that. Alright, so let's turn the key on and see if it works. Okay, there we go. Headlight switch in the on position. And there we go, we have a working headlight again. Alright guys, well hope this video helped out. You don't have to take your wheel off if you don't want to, but if you have the means and it's easy and you'd rather do it that way, then more power to you. But as you can see, it can be done pretty easily using the method that I just showed you. Alright everybody, thanks, hope this helped.